So, Mom and Dad were rodeoing, and this particular time, they were going to the rodeo at Pensacola, Florida. And now you got to understand how a husband and wife go at one another when the wife's barrel racing, because the wife don't ever ask for any type of help or instructions until the husband is going to give them in the wrong way. But Dad had been giving subtle hints about how to win, like, there is no way, I don't know why I'm hauling you. Good God almighty damn, you will not listen. I can't believe that I'm actually hauling a barrel horse in the trailer with me anyhow. And of course, Mama, she's just taking it with a grain of salt. I mean, a lot of people say this, but I actually have a saint for a mother. But she happened to be riding a using horse we called Charlie. Now, let me tell you about Charlie's history. Charlie was the horse, and you'll find in another story that when Dad was exiled to Georgia for screwing up at Tarleton, Charlie was the horse that he caught and tied down, and my grandfather said that that was all he could operate it because he didn't have a brain, and he dadgum sure wasn't turning him loose on nothing that didn't have a brain. So, old Charlie was not only Dad's using horse then, but in years to come, he became a mainstay for us. I learned to rope on him. He was the horse Dad used when he went to war as far as catching bad cattle. And at this particular time I'm talking about, he was the horse that Mama was riding to run barrels on. We get to Pensacola, Florida, and it is snowing straight down on a baseball field. And back then, the electric eyes had cords to them. They weren't cordless like they are now. And it comes Mama's turn to run, and as she started across that alley, Charlie hung a foot in one of them cords and took his head and RUNNOFT with Mama. I mean, smooth ass run off with her. Around 3 barrels and home. She went first at the Pro Rodeo at Jacksonville, Florida. We got to the trailer, and she said, "Harry, what do you think about that?" And Dad says, "I think I knew what I was talking about the whole time." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, it's snowing in Jacksonville, Florida, and I always say it'd be a cold day in hell for you won first at a pro rodeo."